Welcome to week 10 of the Pick 6 show, the $50,000 Pick 6 show, a contest that I'm failing in miserably. Thankfully, we will be joined by two men skyrocketing up the standings, DJ Big Boss and Big Ragu. DJ Big Boss coming off a 5-0 in 1 week, climbing fast, but not as fast as our very own Big Ragu, who's now in 56th place, up 11.28 units. The Pick 6 show is here, and cash is being handed out. If you're not in the Pick 6 contest, get in now. We still give out $1,600 each and every week. Let's start out by saying who cashed out last week. We have 6 winners. Mike Normal up 84.0 action points, a perfect 6-0 record, plus 7.26 units, and he cashed out $300. Our first place and second place weekly winners are not SBR pros, so they got half of the cash. The cash that wasn't given to them was handed out to other people who didn't make it in the top 6. And the guys who ended up getting that cash were Lexicon in 8th, Guevara in 9th, Convict in 10th, Majord in 11th, and Tanko in 13th. They got to split the $500 that wasn't awarded to Mike Normal and bet on underdogs because they're not SBR pros. Get in on the SBR Pro membership with your bet points. You accumulate bet points. You can open up sports books. You can get bigger bonuses when you open up the sports books. Also, we have a store where you can buy things with your bet points. Mike Normal, bet on underdogs, 1-2 in the weekly contest are not SBR pros. So third place, go for broke, and SBR pro did get the $200, the same amount that number 2 got. Cosman in 4th, Estox in 5th, and J2K99. That is our very own Jansen Bonzen, who's having a very tough year in the contest, but he cashed out $100 here. Jansen Bonzen last year in our contest came in second place, cashed out multiple $1,000. Shout out to Jansen Bonzen. Those are last week's cash winners. Let's move into the top 6 overall. Vortex, a giant lead. Vortex now has the biggest lead that has been had all year long. A big 6+ units. He's 6.21 units ahead of second place Tanko 34. Vortex dominating. Vortex plus 27.54 units. In second place Tanko 21.33 units. Guevara plus 20.53 units. CG 52.93 plus 19.95 units. Linebacker 67 plus 17.80 units. And CZU 81 up 17.51 units. That's a top 6 overall in the contest. Now let's move on to the SBR personalities. And the two men joining me are climbing fast. Big Ragu, 22-22-0, up 11.28 units. He's now past Babano, up 9.19 units. DJ Big Boss, our first guest on the show, killing it off a 5-0 in 1 week, up 9.17 units. Natalie Rydstrom, embarrassing me, destroying this contest, up 8 units. Al Mack, who'd had such a great year so far, coming off an 0-6 week, still 254th. And those weeks will happen. 28, 24, and 2, up 4.24 units. The Whale Capper, up 0.47 units. Flash, off of a tough week, down 0.35 units. And then there's Drew Martin, down 4.63 units. Anna Merrick, down 5.48 units. And there's Teddy Covers, fresh off a 6-0 week. Teddy Covers now down 5.30 units after a 6-0 week. And there I am, 24-30. Can't cash a 2-unit play to save my life. What a disgrace. Down 11.55 units. There's Parlay Poppy down 15.22 units. I don't know how he wakes up in the morning. And Donnie Rightside down 15.99 units. I expect Donnie had a 5-0 week on the Audible. Didn't quite do that here in the contest, but I expect him to heat up. And the notables, look at that. All these SBR Forum guys who are dominating this contest. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, all SBR Forum notables. And then we have Vlad Fan C, Malsby, Rock 1, Thor 4140, Scratch, Diesel 79, Lazio Kid, and Grits and Gravy. Top 16. Out of the top 16, 13 SBR Forum guys. Get on our SBR Forum. Lots of contests, lots of action all the time. We are just fresh off a Beat the Bag contest for the Breeders' Cup, and that was a lot of fun. Get on our SBR Forum if you can. And in this contest, if your 2-unit play gets a pick six, returns an interception for a touchdown, 600 bet points. Illinois, Oregon, Mississippi State, Utah in NCAA football, and then just the Pittsburgh Steelers in NFL. That is a small amount of teams. Just 5 teams completed a pick six. And 23rd, so look at this. So over this past week, we had Jansen in 6th place, Teddy Covers in 12th, 6-0, 88 action points plus 7 units. And then there is DJ Big Boss, 5-0-1. 5-0-1. What a week he's having, coming off of a plus 6 unit week for DJ Big Boss. Let's go into my plays. And last week I took a lot of shots early. And this week, I find this card extremely difficult. I'm very interested to see if Big Boss or Big Ragu have any NFL plays because I only locked in 2 plays, man. I'm second-guessing everything. I'm falling apart at the seams here. My 2-unit plays on the New York Giants. This has even moved 2 cents against me. -2.5 and -110. Yeah, the Jets are bad. Sorry, the Giants are bad, but the Jets are worse. Jets are terrible. The Jets can't even beat the Dolphins. 2 sloppy defenses. The Jets are dysfunctional. Sam Darnold looks awful. And that Giants-Cowboys game, don't let the score mess with you. The Giants were in that game until the 4th quarter. The Jets have no pass rush. Danny Dimes will have time. If he has time, him and Ingram can do good things. My 2-unit play, the New York Giants, -2.5. At -110. And then I get into a total, the Monday Nighter. Seahawks, Niners, over 46.5 and -115. Niners are getting back Staley and Juszczyk, and that's huge. This is a market move I'm certain I'm going to beat. I'm certain. The weather's very nice on Monday night in San Francisco. I'm expecting this will be at 48 or 48.5 come game time Monday. Russell Wilson is the MVP. And Seattle's defense is trash. The Niners are going to score whenever they want to. And we know what Russell Wilson does. He creates magic. Seattle is not a good football team. They're 7-2 with a point differential of 18. But they get points because of Russell Wilson. Niners get points because Seahawks defense is terrible. And the Niners are getting back Staley on the offensive line. And Juszczyk blocking. The Niners are going to be able to run, pass, do whatever they please. Seahawks, Niners over 46.5. I'm not sure if I'm going to take the Niners at -6.5. The magic that Russell Wilson can do does scare me. But over 46.5 and -115. 2 plays. What a mess I am. I can only come here and give you 2 plays? What a disgrace. Let's move on to somebody who is rolling in this contest, climbing fast, fresh off a 5-0-1 week. Our very own DJ Big Boss, representing Long Beach, California, by way of Compton, California, leading by example in this contest while I fall apart in front of your very eyes. DJ Big Boss, great to see you. Great job last week. Spectacular job the last few weeks. How you doing, my man?
What up, though, Jimmy? Look, I'm in the top 100, Jimmy, in the Pick 6 50K contest. And I still haven't hit a 6-0 yet. But 5-0-1, it's all good with me, Jimmy. I'm going to go ahead and take that and keep it pushing. But I'm going to protect this right now. So I got to come a little bit more strategic, do some of the things that work for me, and keep this going because I'm trying to end up in the top 5. So here we go right here. I'm going to jump right into it in the Mountain West where I do it the best. My 2-unit play, my best play in the Mountain West is going to be the over in the Utah State, Fresno State game. Now, Utah State offense, defense, been kind of so-so all year. They're hanging on by a thread, and they lose linebacker Woodward, who has 93 tackles, the top tackler on the defense right there. Fresno State is at home. They play pretty good at home. They trying to make sure that they bandage a bruised season right here. And they have stud Jay Rice over there at linebacker. He should keep Utah State in check. But that's all they really got on the defensive side right now. Defense is ranked number 8. They're kind of slipping. At the beginning of the season, the offense was the one with the issues. Now the defense is receiving the issues. So with two busted up defenses in a meaningful game right here in the Mountain West, this total should fly over 59. I had capped over 62 already. I get 59. That's good points to me. And while I'm at it, I went ahead and took Fresno State as well, minus the 6, because Fresno State, like I said, they're trying to keep this season going. Things ain't the best right now, but they're going to make the best of it, and they're at home. So I like them minus the 6 right there. I jumped on that early. Now, next game out the Mountain West is this Wyoming-Boise State game. Now, Wyoming's a real physical team. They have a good offensive line. This game will be decided in the trenches right here. And Wyoming, they would have had a chance to actually win this game or cover the spread, but quarterback Sean Chambers looks like he's going to be out for this game, and the rest of the team is also a little banged up. Boise State is jumping in this one off a bye. So I'm off of the side in this one, and I'm jumping on the total right here. I'm going under in this one. That's all Wyoming has is their defense in this game. They have to unleash it on Boise State. Boise State showed in the BYU game. It beat them up a little bit. It was rough for them. They do get their quarterback Backmeyer back. Backmeyer, we don't know exactly, what's going on with the guy on the freshman, and anything can happen with that. And I'm expecting both teams to control the game and take their time. Both of them can play at this slow pace and win games. They've done it in the past. This year we're not in the snow or nothing crazy, but I like the under in that one. Now, two other picks that I really like outside the Mountain West is I'm fading my team, Notre Dame. I might fade them for the rest of the season. I'm just going to continue to fade them because the offense still hasn't showed us nothing. We barely pulled the game off. We had 3 minutes on a 2-minute drill and barely made it enough time to win the game. Ian Book still can't deliver the ball out when he needs to deliver it out. He's playing a Duke team that's pretty good. They especially in the secondary. These guys are smart, they're disciplined, and they can cause a challenge. We can lose this game outright, but I'm taking 8 with Duke in that game. And then I'm going into the smoke. Throw me in the smoke right there. LSU, Alabama. I think LSU is the better team. It should be a coin flip, but I'm getting +6, taking LSU in that one. And last but not least, my one NFL pick that I got right here is in this Charger and Oakland game, and this is coming up real soon. And I believe here that Oakland has a chance to win this game at home. They are not that good at home overall, but the Chargers, the defensive line with Bosa coming in at the Raiders offense, it's going to slow the Raiders down a little bit. Chargers been struggling to score so far this year for some reason. So unless they have a breakout game and score a lot of points, this game should definitely go under 49. And that's my pick 6 picks for the week, the 50K contest. If you ain't in it, it ain't too late, man. Go on and join into the Pick 6 contest. It's fun. I'm in the top 100 right now. So thanks for tuning in with me, DJ Big Boss. All right, Jimmy, got some more drinks to drink. I'll holler at you later.
There he is, DJ Big Boss, coming off a 5-0-1 week, climbing fast. Utah State, Fresno State over 58.5 is 2-unit play. Also backing Fresno State at -6, doubling up on that game. Wyoming, Boise State under 48.5 -115, and then LSU +6, Duke +8, and then in NFL, Chargers, Raiders under 49, and I like that. I like that play. It opened at 47.5. It's gone up to 49. There's even 49.5. I don't know if I have the balls to do it. Oakland can stop the run, and you know that's what the Chargers want to do. And Melvin Gordon just off his first good game. I do find that somewhat appealing. There it is, DJ Big Boss, fresh off a 5-0-1 week. And thank God for DJ Big Boss and our next guest, the Big Ragu, because I am falling apart while these guys are skyrocketing up the standings. Big Ragu, back-to-back 5-1 weeks, extremely impressive. Now 32, 22-0, plus 11.28 units, 171.5 action points in the positive, 56 out of 2,390. Our big Ragu is rolling, and he joins us now, fresh off an incredible weekend at the Orleans Casino in Las Vegas. I was checking out pictures. I was following along with you guys, and what a week that was. Our guy, Big Ragu, $400 on the nose of Vino Rosso at 9-2. That, my friends, is a hit. Big Ragu, thank you so much for joining us. You are crushing this contest. Hit 10 of your last 12. How are you doing, my friend? And what does your action this week look like?
Man, I tell you what, it's good to be with you as usual. I'm trying to get my sea legs back, so to speak. We had a great time in Vegas. We sure did miss you, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of love going around, and good to be back home and ready to cap some more football in the contest. How you doing, my brother?
I'm falling apart. Well, the beginning of the week here, the beginning of the month, because it was a weekend, I had an okay Friday, but then Saturday, okay College Friday. Saturday I lose $500 on the Breeders. Sunday I lose $1,000 in NFL. Now I'm having a great Monday, Tuesday. I got $1,000 back, so now I'm down $485. So I got a little over $1,000 back in NHL and NBA, but I'm not seeing things clearly in football, and that's what's bothering me right now. So I really want to listen and take notes to how you're handling this week. Fresh off back-to-back 5-1s. That's very impressive, Ragu. So how are you handling this? Let's start with your big 2-unit play.
Yeah, we're gonna look at I'm going to put all the major games in the spotlight because I want everybody to kind of chime in and get involved with these games. So I'm going after all the big games this week, which I normally don't go out all of them, but this week I'm feeling a little froggy, so we're going to go after it. But the big game on the board, no doubt, is the LSU-Bama game, and I know my guy, DJ Big Boss, likes LSU. We're going to find out who I like here in a second. So basically, the last time these two teams played, Alabama's owned this series 8 straight. Now, you know I've been preaching LSU is probably the best team in college football. I've been saying that for well over a month and a half now. Now they're going to Tuscaloosa with a red-hot offense, probably the number one stat offense in the nation, with running that RPO. Burrow, top Heisman candidate. He's got that team rolling. There's some question marks with Tua if he's going to play, but you better believe Tua is going to be ready to roll in this game, even if he comes out on a crutch. Whatever he's got to do to get on the field, he's going to do it. So basically these last two teams, the last 8 times they suited up, Bama's on the series, including a 28-0 win in Death Valley last year. LSU is going to have revenge in their mind. But if you go through the checklist, I think Bama's got the better defense. Now, there's a big loss to LSU. They lost their defensive leader. He just left campus today. He's out. And I think that might cause a little bit of problem for them. I think offensively they're both pretty equal. I think Bama's got the better weapons. Bama's got the home field advantage. They've got the series, and they're the favorite, the lower-ranked team over the higher-ranked team. So this puts me on Bama. There's all signals pointing to Bama. I'm going to take Alabama late at 6 points.
There it is, the 2-unit play from our Ragu going right up against DJ Big Boss, Alabama -6. At -115. Exciting. I was hoping that I'd get clarity, and seeing you guys going head-to-head does not give me the clarity I so desired. Big Ragu, roll down the rest of your card. You got 5 games. Hit us with them.
All right, my other game, we're staying in undefeated. Penn State, Minnesota, back in the Big Ten. Defensively, Penn State, number 2 national. No surprises here. Penn State has answered all the calls so far this season. And Minnesota, PJ Flex is rallying the troops. So now you got the big fish versus the bigger fish. 2 8-0s playing each other in a key matchup. Now there's been some questions about Minnesota's schedule here also. Penn State comes into Bloomingdale. I like Joe Franklin and company to get the job done. I'm going to lay the points with Penn State in this one. All right, we're going to stay in the Big Ten also, again, one more time. Looking at a classic matchup between Iowa and Wisconsin. Now, this game has some Big Ten West implications. The winner of this game can possibly meet up Minnesota in upcoming weeks to determine who's going to win the western side of that conference. So Iowa, they play good defense, as does Wisconsin. But I think Wisconsin might be Iowa might be a little bit struggled here to keep pace with Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin's a little more physical, has the ability to push this team around, even though Nate Stanley's a nice quarterback and they're able to, average right around 20 points a game. I think Wisconsin has too much on the other side of the ball, defensively speaking and offensively. And after a little short rest here, I think they get back on track and possibly get to the Big Ten Western title game. Now we're going to travel to the Big 12, a classic matchup between K-State and Texas. Now, these teams the past few years have put up some classic battles, and K-State has had two major victories, beating Oklahoma, big-time upset there, and cross-state rival Kansas. Now they got to travel into Austin to play the Horns, and the Horns have had an extra week of preparation here. These are two different teams going different directions. You have a K-State team that's overachieving, and you have a Texas team that's underachieved. Now, K-State is ranked 22, and Texas is not ranked, but Texas is a 7-point favorite at home. That should tell you a little bit of something. Read between the lines, guys. We're going to take Tom Herman and Angliger to get the job done, laying a 7. I like Texas here. Also, we're going to stay in the Big 12 again. Iowa State and Oklahoma. This is going to be a great game here. Iowa State has all the tools offensively to keep up with Oklahoma. Normally, I would say this game would be a dead over, but Oklahoma's defense has been improved. And I like Oklahoma here. Laying a big number, 14. It's 14 for a reason. I think they get the job done. And not a real high-scoring game, somewhere in the 60s. A double-digit win nonetheless. Going to rock Oklahoma to get the job done. And definitely, last but not least, we've got another game in the Big 12. Now, we're looking at Baylor-TCU. Now, we know what TCU does really well. They play defense. Surprisingly enough, they've been scoring about 30 points a game. Baylor, on the other hand, is undefeated, 8-0. A lot of people question their schedule, too, but they've answered the bell a few times. But the surprising thing with Baylor is that they're only giving up about 19 points a game. And TCU right now, they lost both of their quarterbacks on the final drive of the game. And their next up quarterback, the third stringer, he left campus today. So that's an issue for me, big time. We're going to roll with Baylor. We're going to lay the 2 points with Baylor. And that, my friends, is my Pick 6 contest plays. It's not too late to get in the contest. Sign up today and get your piece in the 50,000. And we'll see you next week.
There it is. Big Ragu 62 going heads up with DJ Big Boss in that Alabama LSU game, backing Alabama -6. Then Penn State -6, Wisconsin 9.5, Texas -7, Oklahoma -14, and Baylor -2.5. That's how Ragu is hammering this card off of back-to-back 5-1 weeks, crushing it. There you have it. There's our $50,000 Pick 6 show. Get in the contest. There's still time. Get in the contest. $1,600 every week. Even if you start next week, you can get $1,600. That is up for grabs each and every week. And I need to get my shit together badly. God, it's just, I'm not seeing things clearly, and I'm falling apart at the seams. So I am studying what Ragu and Big Boss are on. I have the Audible Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be banging out some more games. I'm only on the Giants -2.5 and the over 46.5 on the Monday Nighter. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck in the contest, and we will see you next week.